Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Raidhyn, and I am back for Floor 7 of Dungeon of the Endless. Now, traditionally, this has been the floor that's given me the most trouble in the past. We are going to see what happens this time around. Let's drop an industry generator first, and I want to take a quick look at Hakensha and Mormish's stats to find out who is better suited for the job of sitting in the rear. So DPS 85, defense 34 on Hakensha. Defense 35, DPS 58 on the Warden. So let's go ahead and leave him behind. Actually, let's look at wit score. So wit 14 versus wit 9. So quite a bit more wit. A bit more wit. That's witty on Mormish as opposed to Hakensha. So we're going to leave him there on the industry generator. And we're going to keep moving forward in this direction. This is like the worst room ever. Small narrow hallway with no defenses. That pretty much sucks. Let's go ahead and check this out. Get a major module slot where we can drop a food replicator once we can actually power up the room. Alright. Let's go ahead and, should we level up Mizzy? I don't know. Let's take this t-shirt off of Mormish since he's going to be in the rear and give that to Mizzy to make her slightly more tanky. A little bit on the slower side, but that's okay. And let's check out this next room. I really don't like how narrow these rooms are. Alright, so we can drop our food replicator, leave Hakensha behind. Let's level up Mizzy once again. And we'll keep on moving forward. Here we go. Here's what I like to see. 4-way split, 4 minor module slots, enough dust to power it up. And Occam's Gouge. This is actually a cool sword for Hakensha because it gives us wit in addition to attack power, which is really, really nice for her. Wow. Okay, so Hakensha, we're going to move you up. I'm thinking we're going to drop another food replicator in here, and we're just going to give you some smoking guns, and you're going to be able to hang out in here and do some really good stuff. So now we've got a lot of food rocking, which is nice. And that should be able to let us squeeze out a few more levels on Mizzy. And we've also got this 4-pronged smoking gun approach here, which means that we should be able to just use this as kind of like side dust generation. Because you're going to see the smoking guns are just going to take care of everything really, really quickly. Especially with 4 of them. It's just going to deal with everything rather nicely. Alright, let's, well, we won't toss her another level just yet. Let's head down here and hope it's not a dead end. It's not, which is fantastic. We found another merchant. He's a food merchant. We have the opportunity to get an Armani suit, which is actually a really interesting item because it gives you a whole lot of defense and HP, but it basically turns you into the tank. So you're going to get attacked no matter what happens. If you're in the room, the monsters will always prioritize you, thanks to me first. And it's actually something that's kind of tempting to put on Jolari, just because, well, one, she doesn't have any armor at the moment, but also because with me first, she can run back to a choke point where one of our operators is and then tank all of the damage. So her defense would be at 58. Whereas Hakensha is at 38, and Mormish is at 24 without any armor. So, you know, I kind of like that idea. Now, we do have some other defensive options here, including the other t-shirt, which is pretty much this almost the same amount of defense as the Armani suit minus me first. But you know what? I think I'm going to pick up the Armani suit for Jolari. We're going to leave her up there and keep exploring with Mizzy. Alright, what do we get? Another item? Pool cue! Alright, so this is a, it's a spear item, but we've already got Band Leader's Baton, so we don't need to worry about that. Alright, so it looks like we've got a dead end over here on the left side. Oh, but we find the exit, which is fantastic. Means that in the event that we have to bail from this floor, we can totally do so. Alright, let's send Mizzy over on the other direction because we still want to explore this floor and see if we can't find if we can't find a science research machine, an artifact, I believe is the proper technical term, or any other kind of items that might be incredibly useful. Let's see, is the fire pick an upgrade? It's a DPS upgrade. But I do like the band leader's baton simply for the speed. It's hard to argue with free DPS though. It really is. Yeah, I'm gonna leave with the band leader's baton. I do like the more frequent attack speed on items, just because sometimes, you know, you see those monsters and they've only got a few hits left on them. Here we go. Here is our research area, and we've got a whole bunch of waves spawning. So let's just see how this works out. So everybody's going to be attacking Jolari. Now, it's also useful because Jolari has extra defensive active abilities, which makes it really, really easy for her to tank that extra damage, which is part of the reason why I was kind of a little bit more eager to put that on her as opposed to somebody else. Let's go ahead and put in some smoking guns here to support, just so Mizzy isn't left all by her defenseless self. Ooh, and more research. Yeah, I'll take Food Replicator 3, thank you very much. Any spawns? Any spawns? No spawns. Alright, moving on. Open? No? Yes? No? What? Holy crap. It's like the floor of just research, apparently. Yeah, Tesla Module 3. I like it. And still no spawns. Okay, so we can pop this open. Let's go ahead and smoking gun in here. And we'll keep exploring. Milking the research for all it's worth. We didn't even drop a science generator this time around. You know, but it is what it is. Alright, I can't remember who's got the repair item. Okay, it's on Mizzy right now. You can repair this back up real quick. Ooh, Prisoner Prod 4. Alright, so that's a reason to drop a science creator. Where can we do that? Looks like we have a slot here. Let's go ahead and do that, because I want to be able to make sure that we pick up the last Prisoner Prod upgrade before we leave the floor. Hopefully there's another door. Yep, there's a few more doors, which I like. Alright, let's go ahead and pop this open. Alright, Mizzy, I need you to get back. I need you to get back to where we're trying to go. Jolari, Akensha, why are you taking damage? You. Activate ability. You. Hang out and be okay. Alright. So far, so good. So far, so good. Everything's looking shiny, boys. Prisoner Prod 4. Upgrade. Get excited. Alright, let's keep opening doors, because that's the way it's gonna be. So one of the things that I've been recently more and more interested in is the professional voice acting scene for, and kind of industry for cartoons and anime and even video games, and the people who take all the time to kind of create these amazing voices for all these different characters that we see in cartoons and popular media. And one of the things that I'm planning on doing here in the near future as part of that is, my appreciation for the whole thing, is to, during one of the games that I play through in the future, is to do voices, like decently different voices for all the different characters in that game. And the one that I've been thinking about doing is Wasteland 2, because I've had some requests for it. Oh, this is not looking good. Not looking good. Come on, get him. Oh, awesome. Okay, I was a little bit worried there for a second, but everything seems to be fine. Whew. Ooh, that was close. All right. Don't have enough science to upgrade anything else. half tempted to move Hikensha out to where our science machine is. Should put her over here, now that we're looking pretty daggone good on food. Let's go ahead and level up Mizzy one more time. I'm trying to think, who else is crucial to get up? You know what, let's just keep turning Mizzy into a badass. I'm okay with that strategy. Alright, we're gonna pop this on so we don't have to worry about it. This room should slow down and take care of the majority of monsters. I just wanted to move Hikensha so that we can start generating a little bit of extra science at the end of the floor so we can squeeze out that last bit of research, since we have such a good opportunity to do so. Everything looks fine so far. Just trying to stay calm, take advantage of how great our modules are. And we're looking alright. Oh, let's get in here before they destroy our flipping science machine. Yeah, we don't want any of that. Let's get in here, repair up real quick. And let's see, Dustfield Gen 3. Yep, that seems particularly useful at the moment. And potentially if there's another door or two behind here, we might even be able to research a little bit more. And there is another door, which is fantastic. Alright, let's back it up because I'm expecting spawns. Alright, Hikensha, I'm going to need you to clear out those little guys right there. Shaleri, you're looking alright. All by your lonesome. So yeah, when I do my playthrough of Wasteland 2, which is going to happen at some point, it will happen. I do plan on trying to create different specific voices for each individual character, and then roleplay a little bit where they're, gonna kind of chat among themselves and, do that whole kind of thing. Just because for me, I feel that's gonna stretch my creative juices quite a bit, where I'm gonna have to think a little bit more outside the box and a little bit more on my presentation instead of just going off on tangents and rambling to you about what I happen to be doing in game at this moment, like how we just stumbled into Opbot, but I don't really feel like picking them up because we already have a great operator pair with Hikensha and Mormish. So we're gonna open up this door and then retreat back as quickly as possible. Oh, and we found can't even remember her name. Gal that smokes and coughs a lot. Used to be a hacker. Let's go ahead and drop some prisoner prods in here, just because we have quite the train of things happening right now. Let's see. Don't like anything on that one. I hope these are not all the same. They are. Let's switch this up. Also nothing good. Alright, well, with the lack of anything good to research, I think it's about time for us to get going out of floor 7. I think this was a pretty successful floor, and there's no real need for us to overstay our welcome. So let's go ahead and power up all these rooms. We're gonna go ahead and get Jaleri to pick up this crystal, and then we're gonna head on out. Get ourselves to floor 8. Yep, and as expected, wasn't a whole lot left to the dungeon, so not too bad. I mean, I think we did pretty good on this floor. I still think we're a little bit lower on food than I would like, but we managed to stockpile our industry back up to 200 thanks to the warden helping us out quite a bit in that regard. We were also able to get some more research done, and all in all, I feel pretty good about our position right now. Of course, I'm saying that before we get to the really hard stuff, which is floor 8 and beyond. So, with that in mind, why is everything in this place busted except the elevator? It's a very good question. So anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to hit the like button as it helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you next time for floor 8 of Dungeon of the Endless.